70% of the Earth is covered by water, but we know less about the waters in our ocean than we know about the surface of the moon. Probably you've heard this, but this is true. So, because there's so much to see and explore and learn about the oceans, we still don't know it. And we don't have the time, we don't have the infrastructure to learn this. We're actually starting to learn now how important water and the systems in the water are to the whole climate change and the whole ecosystem. I am a marine engineer, so that means I work with every type of instrument that goes in the sea and makes measurements. That can be hardware work, software, field work, so a mixture of everything. The glider is an underwater autonomous system which is very efficient. One of them is autonomous. It means it's unmanned. So unlike a submarine which has crew, a glider is unmanned. It's usually small, so it can be carried by a couple of people. It actually moves through the water by changing its density. We communicate with the glider through satellite, which has a full coverage of the Earth, so no matter where on the Earth you are. A lot of parameters that could be measured in the sea, and there are a lot of people who are interested about these parameters. The most basic ones are physical parameters like temperature and salinities. Just like the wind or the movement of the air is important for weather system, currents in the ocean can be really important for measuring the water movements and anything that has to do with that. The customers that usually want this data are usually big organizations, either research organizations like universities, or some commercial organizations like oil and gas, especially oil and gas. We monitor the area around drilling sites and make sure there's no harm to the environment. There have been some events where the glider has been attacked. Interesting projects that we're working on, or we've been working on with the gliders, are recording marine mammal sound with the glider. So that means recording dolphins, recording whales using gliders. The most benefit I get from this job is just the experience of going to new places and learning new things from very interesting people. So we always try to be in the forefront of the technology and science. So we have to learn new studies and instruments. So I think that's a big advantage that we have. We basically always have to catch up with the growing science. I really feel my job as maybe the most important thing I'm doing. So I'm really attached to it, and I put a lot of time to it, and I don't care basically how many hours I work or how much time I put if I'm working on the weekends or anything. So the thing that prepared me the most is that I didn't really focus on one thing when I was studying or when I was working. I didn't want to be just a specialist in one thing. I wanted to know a little bit of everything, of course, related to engineering. I would actually like to stay in the field of marine exploration because it actually combines all my passion. So the sea, the excitement of going to places where no one really goes that often.